I'm
Well, good.
unmuted.
Okay, perfect. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome, and happy Monday. My name is Sharon Rankin, and I'm zooming in from Nashville, Tennessee. And we are so delighted that you're choosing to join us this evening. Each week, when we come together, our team, the Mission Possible team, each week when we come together, it is to remind us of our mission, which is inspiring healthy living around the world. And the Juice Plus company has been inspiring missions for the last 50 years. In fact, we've enjoyed a 50-year history that is now operating in 27 countries, in case you do not know. We have 41 plus published studies. As a matter of fact, we're now considered the most thoroughly researched whole food product in the world. So that should make us all stand proud and be thrilled to share and inspire healthy living around the world. Our team, the Mission Possible team, the mission that we have is that we are a growing team of inspired individuals, agents for change, dedicated to creating a healthier life, more prosperous life for families today and in the future. And your presence each week says so much. It means that you're joining us in growing your skills and growing your knowledge, and we come together to be inspired and work together. So thank you so much for being here. And tonight I'm excited that we have a special speaker with us, National Marketing Director Susie Llewellyn. Now, I don't know Susie that well, although I think I should. But Susie, I have to tell you, when I mentioned your name to our leadership group, people, a lot of heads went up and down. Oh yeah, we know Susie. And so I think you are a friend to many. So just to tell you a little bit about who Susie is, and I know that you're going to be inspired by her story and her journey tonight. She is an educator. She's a former educator. She's a mom and she's a grandmother. Now you look way too young to be a grandmother. I'm just going to
Well,
tell you
thank
that.
you.
But you are a grandmother. Grandmothers don't look the same as they used to. I can tell you that for sure. But she lives in North Carolina, and I'm going to put
Mooresville,
Morrisville, South Carolina, which is near. Is that near
north,
Charlotte?
north.
North
Hmm.
Carolina, really. That's near Charlotte, I believe.
Hmm.
Susie actually joined the Juice Plus company 20 years ago. And so when Jay Martin said, see the long-term potential with our company, Susie latched onto that and has been here for now 20 years. She's a national marketing director. She loves watching people blossom and grow and live fuller and healthier lives. And she was nominated for the 12 Club Rookie of the Year at that very prestigious Elton's Awards. If anybody's been to the Eltons, you know how significant that is and know what kind of recognition that is. So we are excited to have Susie join us. And I asked Susie to come and share. We were on a call a few weeks ago with some sideline partners, sharing on different levels. And Susie just shared about how she is playing full out. And I will tell you that I know Susie had a life-changing event. She was married for 37 years to her husband, Ron. And I know that she lost him last year. And I'm just so sorry, Susie, but your loss has put you in, sounds like a full play out mode, no no holes barred. So I would love for you to come and share your story and why you're so passionate about Juice Plus today. So welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm excited to share with everybody. And I think what happened is I declared one of those words. I don't know if you guys do that. There's a whole book on choose one word. And this word kept coming to me, a word I don't even use. It's called revival. And when I looked up the definition, I thought, oh my gosh, it's like a revival of your spirit, your strength, your consciousness, your everything. And so I've really thought about that each day as I get up. But I'll give you a little background on my story. So I'm just curious, does anyone know someone who just seems to have the perfect life, like they have that husband that they just like oozing love for one another, and they got the perfect kids that always do the right thing and they're on the honor roll. And we got anybody just start thinking of that? They have a nice house, they eat as a family every night on real dishes, food they made together. Well, that was my family 20 years ago. Seriously, you guys, nothing bad ever happened to me. It's like I lived in a bubble. And so I'm just curious, does anyone else have that life, that kind of life right now? Because good. I hope you keep it. It's awesome, isn't it? It's so awesome when things go well. But I am on fire right now. And I do want to just cast a perspective for how life can change and why you are perfectly positioned here with the Juice Plus company. So I'm so grateful that a stranger shared Juice Plus with me, because little did I know that my bubble would pop one day. And not only would my husband be laid off from his corporate job right before Christmas, but we would have to leave our daughters in Kansas City where they attended college, and they were no longer able to drive home for long weekends or holidays. And we had to relocate here to North Carolina, and we knew nobody. And you guys, moving is hard. My son had to start all over and find all new friends. It was his first year in high school. But you know what's even harder is watching your big, strong ox of a man who had never even called in sick for 7 years since taking Juice Plus and find out he has cancer. And my husband, Ron, he fought cancer like a beast for 10 years. 8 years of that was stage 4. And he was told early on that he had an 11% chance of living even 5 years. But he came home from that and he's like, what does that mean? I'm just supposed to sit here and wait to die? No, he's not going to do that. So we reached out to our Juice Plus community. This is the best community. They rallied around us. We had access to so many wonderful doctors, and they just taught Ron everything that he could be doing to help fight this cancer. And you know what? Most of it, the research kept coming back to eating more fruits and veggies. So Ron greatly increased his Juice Plus capsules that he took. He ate mostly plant-based. He was very disciplined. He was very good about exercise, water, the whole thing. Talk about living the shred. And he consumed a lot of produce from his tower gardens. And if you know Ron, he did start Naked Tower Gardening Day. So if any of you have a tower garden, I hope you grow big enough lettuce by the first Saturday, because if you've seen him, he got several people involved in this. So there were a lot of people you'll see on Facebook, and it looks like they're naked, but they're just putting lettuce and things in certain places. So that's my husband. He started that. And he's proud of it. So, but oh my gosh, but just back to this community, I mean, they were tremendous that way. He did everything he could. And if you ever have a bad disease, just know you're going to be so glad you have that core nutrition of your Juice Plus capsules and any tower garden produce that you can have. So I'm proud to say that Ron lived 8 years with that very aggressive stage 4 cancer. I'm talking, this was aggressive. It was a beast. And 6 months ago, I lost the love of my life. We were together for 40 years, if you count dating. And we really did have that amazing relationship. We just got closer and more in love with each other. So it has been a tremendous loss. But this community loved and supported me through that time. And thank God the paychecks kept coming. So, when I started this 20 years ago, little did I know that I was going to be so blessed by this business. And over the years, the time flexibility provided by my Juice Plus business, it allowed me to have so much fun with my family. I got to be present at all my kids' activities all the way up through college. And what a relief to know that I had the best health benefits as a national marketing director. And I'm not here to say that everyone has to be a national marketing director. I never intended to be a national marketing director. I just wanted to get a new car. I just wanted like $500 a month when I started this. But the cool thing is your goals can change as you come along. And this, being a national marketing director and knowing that my husband didn't have to stay in corporate America because we had to have his insurance, it was awesome. It gave us the income that allowed Ron to leave his corporate job. And he came home 3 years before he died. And he got to say bye-bye to the commute and bye-bye to the cubicle. And he got to be home living each day with passion. And if any of you knew him, I mean, he was all about sharing his health journey, and he's very transparent on Facebook. I will be ever grateful that I was there for Ron for all of his many, many appointments and treatments. Could you imagine if he had to go to all of that all by himself? But I could always work around that. And now I'm just so thankful that my kids and I have memories from so many wonderful family vacations that we've had over the years. And it really is all thanks to being aligned to this company. So I'm sharing my story tonight in hopes that it will give you a new perspective of why the work we do is so important, because none of us knows what tomorrow brings. I never expected my bubble to pop. I seriously did not ever expect my bubble to pop because I felt like I was always doing the right things. And so life would just continue to be good. So I just ask you to think, have you ever thought about the impact that you could make if you share Juice Plus more often? You know what? It's a win-win. We get to help others. And while we help them, we get to grow a nice paycheck for ourselves. And I'm super excited about our new compensation plan. And I encourage you to share it with everyone, like seriously, everyone. There is nothing out there like it. And our company is positioned to double their sales in the next 5 years. I know I want to be part of that growth. And I believe, especially your customers, every customer should be told about this new compensation plan. It's the kind thing to do. Wouldn't you want to be offered the best price for your Juice Plus? I just don't think that's right. If you don't tell them, they don't even get to choose. So if you're not familiar with the new comp plan, this is how simple it is. You might be going through doing customer care and you have a husband and a wife and they're both on a trio. Do you know just those two trios, you could offer them to find just one more person who wants to take a trio, and you can offer them $190? That's $190. Not only that, that they can get 15% back on all their future orders. What company offers that? Buy our product that you're already buying, grab your mom or your neighbor or your coworker and help them out, and we're going to give you $190. We have to tell this. We have to share this. I offer this program to everyone. I have had people on my team that wanted to place just one fruit and veggie order for a couple to share. But when I told them about the new comp plan, guess what? They wanted the $190. So they became a product of the product. All of a sudden, they didn't want just fruit and veg anymore, and they didn't want to share. They got a quad, their husband got a quad, they got complete, boom, $190. And do you know, I'm thinking of one gal in particular in this last month. She not only got the $190, she found something she's passionate about, and she went right to QSC, and then she got that bonus, and now she's getting a regular paycheck. All she wanted was a fruit and veg order. So where is this $190 coming from? It's because if you have 3 trio orders, there is a $90 retail profit on that. And as long as you get it's equivalent points of 900 points, which is 3 trio orders exactly. When you get that done, you get that task done within 10 days, and you get the $100 reward money. So it's the $90 retail profit and the $100, $190, and they hardly had to lift a finger. That is the deal of the century. Do you know I even offer this program if somebody is calling me and saying they have to cancel their order? And it's worked there too. I truly believe that everyone deserves the best price. It's a win-win. So they get the best price for their whole life on Juice Plus for just paying the $52 a year. And guess what happens? Every time they take more products. And when you take more products, what happens? You get more results. And they're able to help a few people along the way, people that I would never get to reach. So did you know also that the Direct Sales Association reports that people are more likely to stay on a product if they're even making $1? $1. We don't have people that make just $1, and we're offering them $190 up front. So think about that. And you are more likely to have a customer. I've done this for 20 years. I definitely have customers and reps that have been with me for 20 years. It's amazing. And also just know when I share like this, I'm not trying to convince them. I'm not trying to talk them into it. It is not pressure. I talk to them the way I would want to be informed. I just tell them, I said, hey, I have no idea if you'd be interested, but our compensation plan recently changed. And I'd love to tell you about how you could earn $190 back on your upcoming orders and receive 15% off all of your future orders. Would you be open to hearing about this program? They're at least going to be open, right? Maybe not everyone. Does everyone say yes? No, I can't say that. But are they happy that I gave them the choice and shared the program? Yes, they are. Um, Typically, the only stumbling block we find is ourselves. So I'm just curious if you could either put in the chat and somebody, what types of negative thoughts hold you back from sharing Juice Plus products or the business? Can you just give me a quick, somebody call out, give me a few things. Why would you not share this program? Like really in your heart of hearts. You know you should, you think it's a great idea, but you don't. Why?
Rejection.
Rejection. I see fear in the chat. What holds you back? I see some mouths going, but remember I see scared of the no.
Scared of the no. See, scared of the no, frightened of the no. Probably people
Okay.
are frightened of what other people think.
Oh yes, we're always worried what somebody's going to think about us, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sounding salesy. We don't want to look like we're selling them something, right? Okay. Okay. Oh, they've said no previously. Okay, good. Well, I ask you that because I just want to tell you a story really quickly of my pastor, Stephen Furtick at Elevation Church. He's recently shared the story about Paul is shipwrecked and he goes onto the island and he's helping to make this huge bonfire. And out of the fire, because of the heat, out comes a snake and it bites onto his hand. Well, what does Paul do? Did he kind of look at it and feel sorry for himself? Did he whimper? No, he didn't even think of it for a second, and he shakes it off. And the villagers are watching all of this and they're just thinking, oh my gosh, they believe that he's going to die, because of the snake, or he must be a bad guy because the snake came out. But Paul is not affected by the snake at all. And so then he's totally fine. They think he's a god. But Paul, what he did on that moment, the snake grabbed hold. He made a snap decision to immediately shake that snake off. And the snake had no time to affect him. And I started thinking of that and I thought, wow, what if that's the way we approached our Juice Plus business? So will you play along with me? Will you show me your fist? I just want you to clench your fists like this. I love when you play along with me. Thank you. Can you tell I used to teach elementary school? So I want you to clench your fist and I want you to start thinking about what are those negative thoughts and those negative patterns that you're holding on to. Are you saying, I can't share because they might think I'm salesy? They wouldn't be interested. All these things that we say, I'm scared. They might think I'm a weirdo. They're too cool for me. I mean, we have all these things that come up. But I hope you to still cling to that. But what I want you to do now is we're going to make a decision on the count of 3. And we're going to decide that this stinking thinking will no longer be part of our daily routine. And on the count of 3, I want you to shake it off hard, just like Paul's shaking off that snake. You ready? 1, 2, 3, shake it off. Now look at your hands. You are now in the position that you can give, you can receive. How much more powerful are you with open hands? So I just like to do that. I literally go around the neighborhood when I'm doing my calls and I do this. I probably look like I'm having a problem or something, but I don't care. because we all have the power within us. And it's really, it's not about positive thinking. I know we could just think, oh, just think positive before we call. It's not. I've been through a lot of Tony Robbins right now. And he says it's about believing you can change. And you need to believe that you can change lives. So hold on again. And anytime you have those thoughts about why you cannot share Juice Plus with someone, I want you to remember this feeling of holding on to something that does not even serve you. It doesn't serve others. And then I want you to physically shake it off, because Tony Robbins tells us that we have to change our physiology before we change our mindset. So I hope that helps you. You really do. You change your physiology. This is changing your physiology. So I have a call to action for you. Homework. Because whether you like to share Juice Plus a little or a lot, tomorrow, I'd have you do it tonight, but it's pretty late here tonight. I want you to share Juice Plus with someone. I'd really like you to share the business with them, especially if they're your customer and their order's getting ready to ship, because that's the best way to greatly impact lives. And I just want you to think more about what you can give that person than of whatever else is going on, fear, pride, whatever, and just shake it off, because that action is going to cure the fear. So just hands up, how many of you would share Juice Plus with someone if you knew it could save or extend their life? If you knew it.
I do all the time.
Apps. I have this, I feel like I have marching orders from my husband. He came home on hospice. He died in our home. And he was so much of the, I gotta walk, I gotta go. And people couldn't believe with the amount of drugs and the amount of pain, but he just wanted to keep going. And he wanted to get every last oomph out of him. And that I truly believe. I believe in Jesus, and I believe in that Juice Plus of being there. But if you need that analytical side, we are sharing the most researched nutritional product on the planet. We know it works. I have no doubt that my husband lived many years longer than predicted because he was on Juice Plus. It's even been proven in cancer hospitals that the quality of life is much better for a cancer patient on Juice Plus. So every time you share with someone, I want you to tell yourself, maybe I just shared with the next Ron and Susie Llewellyn, because I never dreamed when I started this that I would need Juice Plus as much as I did now. What if I didn't have this business to support me? What if I didn't have the health insurance? I would have had no decision making. I wouldn't have been able to be there with my husband. I cannot tell you what this product and this business has done for me, what this community has done to lift me up. People need what we have. And the question is, are we going to hold on to it and keep it all to ourselves? Or are we going to shake off those fears and share some information and let people make the decision for themselves? So will you take my challenge to share Juice Plus with someone just tomorrow? And any of you part of consistency chain know that just do it one day at a time. And then the next day, I can share again. I can do it again. Think about collectively, how many people could all of us impact over the course of this next month? Because remember, the power is within us. There's no reason to play small. I really believe that you may be an answer to someone's prayers. I know that's what it was for me. And there's never been a time in our world where people need better health, more income, a positive community. We can do this. We can make a difference. So I just encourage you, let's be kind and do more good. To me, it's a necessity. And so I hope you feel that in my heart, and that you make a decision for yourself each day when you're feeling tight and you don't want to share. Just do it. That's all I have for you.
Oh my goodness, Susie, thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have felt your heart. and your passion, and you are a blessing. You're a blessing, I know, to our team, and I know you're a blessing to your team. Your team has to just love having you as their leader for sure. When I think
Well,
that a
I love them.
stranger, when you said a stranger shared Juice Plus with you, that's telling in itself. Somebody that you didn't even know shared, and then how the Juice Plus community supported you and your family through your husband's journey. And really, it was your and your husband's journey.
Definitely.
And just the passion that you have to think about the impact that we can have on everyone as we share. So thank you for the challenge to go out and share Juice Plus with someone tomorrow. I hope everybody on this call will take that challenge. I for sure do. So, and I thank you so much for being on our call this evening. You have just
Thank you so
really,
much.
I told my team, you're going to hear a phenomenal story and be blessed. And we have been. So thank you so much. Thank you. And if you guys want to unmute yourself, for those of you, especially that know Susie, you might want to say something, but everybody should express our heartfelt thanks to Susie.
Thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
that.
Thank you so much, Susie. You
Thank
were
you so much.
awesome.
Precious. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie. We love
That was
you.
beautiful.
Thank you, Susie.
Thank
Love
you,
you.
Susie.
Thank you,
Awesome
Susie.
job. Amazing.
Thank you,
Oh,
Susie. We
so
love you.
beautiful.
You guys
Very
be blessed. Let's go
Susie.
out and be the light. And I always say, let's shine the light for health and hope, because Susie, I say this all the time. People are praying for an answer for their health concerns and their financial challenges for sure. So thank you, Susie. Thank you guys for joining us, and have a wonderful week. Let's be
Thank
the
you.
light,
God
guys.
bless.
Let's go shine the
Thank you,
light.
Sharon.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.